guys, and welcome to another installment of Tanyoween. So today I filmed another Halloween makeup for you guys, and it is this like melting pumpkin skull thingy that I did. It was supposed to be inspired by like Jack the Pumpkin King, so like that was like the main inspiration for it, but then I decided to do a more realistic skull because I've never done one on my channel. I've always done like Jack renditions or just like cartoony little things. So today I decided to do a real like looking skull, and I think it turned out pretty cool. Honestly, it turned out a lot better than I thought it was gonna look. So this is what I did, and it was actually it's pretty simple. It's just a lot of shading and a lot of patience, especially. And I didn't know what to do down on my neck, so I just put a bunch of glitter down there because glitter makes everything better. And would this really be a video without glitter? Would it? I don't think so. So yeah, so this is the completed makeup look. If you guys want to see how I did it, just keep on watching.
Alrighty, so we're starting off with a fresh, clean face, you know, all that fun jazz. And we're going to be using this stencil as my guide for today's video. And so I'm going to start off with the NYX Jumbo Eye pencil, and I'm using the white one just because it's easier to remove it if I mess up. And I'm doing the drips down my face, and I'm focusing it more on one side of the face so that one other side will be the skull and one side will be the pumpkin. And so that's what I'm doing here. And yeah, so these are the paints I'm going to be using. They are the Graftobian Pro paints, and I'm using the yellow, red, and white shades for today. And before I set down any paint, I'm going to put foundation over the areas so that it doesn't stain my face. So I went ahead and did that and set that with a translucent powder. And then you can go ahead and put down the paints. And also, if you want to put glue down your eyebrows, you can. I didn't feel like doing it, so I didn't do it. And yeah, so now we're going to go in with the paint. And I try to make it a nice light orangey shade, because I didn't want it to be too orange, if you guys know what I mean. Well, yeah, I went ahead and did that and started just like, you know, having fun with that. And then for the eye socket, I went ahead and outlined that with a black eyeliner, and I used reference pictures for this, or you can follow your natural socket, whatever floats your boat. And taking my black Graftobian paint, I'm going to go ahead and just fill in the eye with that. And yeah, and I went over the eyebrow because I didn't I like glue it down. I went over the eyebrow just to like cover it up, you know. Smart thinking. So then after that, you're gonna go ahead and set that with a black eyeshadow. Whichever one you have works, whatever you have, you know. Just do your thing, boo. Boo. Ghost. Okay, I hear myself. And so also make sure to have a makeup wipe around with you while you're doing this, just so that you can clean up whatever mistakes you make. This is makeup, you can take it off. And I did the same thing onto the other eye for the pumpkin side. I just did a triangle, and I kind of did that going over the eyebrow. I wanted to make it as like creepy as I possibly could, so that's what I went ahead and did for that. And now I'm going to start doing the skull side and taking my white paint. I first set it down on the highest points of my face. I didn't know exactly how to do this, so I looked up a bunch of reference pictures and kind of based it off of that. And also Desi Perkins videos, which I will have linked down below for you guys. I used that and it helped me a lot to do the skull, and it just like simplified it because I'm too complicated. So go ahead and do that and leave where the teeth are going to be more end, like don't put any paint down there because it'll mess it up and it'll turn into gray instead of black and it won't look good. So go ahead and do that. And then I'm taking that jumbo eye pencil again and outlining the edges of the skull because I thought it looked good and it helped me. So that's why I did that. So yeah, go to town and outline. And then also make sure to blend that in as soon as you're done because you don't just want there to be like lines. And now I'm going in with the black paint and I'm filling in that area where your teeth are, and I outlined it a little bit first and then I kind of started fading it in because I didn't want it to be completely black. I wanted it to be really faded and not black. So yeah. And now for the teeth, I kind of just used my own teeth as a reference, and I started doing the little lines with my black paint and a little black eyeliner brush for that. and just follow your teeth, or you can look up a picture again. And for the teeth, I did triangles. I zoomed you guys in so you can see. Desi said she would think of Hershey Kisses, which makes sense. So you can think of that or a triangle, whatever works for you. Just do your little triangle so that it looks more like a tooth, not just a line. Because if you just do the line, I don't think it looks as cool and gives it that effect. And going in between each tooth, this is very tedious, but very much worth it. So you're going to go in with black eyeshadow or paint. I rather use eyeshadow because it blends out a lot easier. And I went ahead and used that to like fade it out and give it a little bit more dimension. And now we're going to go ahead and do the nose. I didn't have much room for the skull side, but I basically kind of just did it as a tear shape. You can look up pictures again, like as I said, or do your own thing, whatever you want. It's you know, you do you. And for the pumpkin side, I did a triangle. Again, you can do whatever shape you like. This is what I did. And then I set that with black eyeshadow just to set it all in place. And for the shading, I went in with my Morphe 35O palette and used these 3 orange shades. Mainly the middle one, and I just kind of used the other 2 to deepen it up. And I'm going to link down below the video that I used for this because there's no, unless you know how to shade, and like obviously if you do your eyeshadow you know how to shade, but like basically what I did was I drew lines, and I first started off with the lines and then I started fading it with a fluffier brush. And for the eyebrow, where my eyebrows are, I started frowning and made like frown lines because I wanted it to be an angry pumpkin because she's mad, I'm mad. So that's why I did that. And again, going in with a fluffy brush and started blending that out, and then going in with different orange shades and adding a little bit more dimension. This takes a while. This took me a while to do, but you know, the end results are completely worth it. And so where the drips are, I went ahead and outlined that with the orange shadows just so that it didn't look two-dimensional. I wanted it to look as three-dimensional as possible, so that's why I went in with that. And for the skull side, you're going to want to basically outline it and like add the shadowing with a light brown shade. You can do it with whatever eyeshadow shade that you have. It doesn't really matter. And I basically shaded the edges of the pumpkin. And again, look up reference pictures if you need to. I kind of just started doing the edges and doing my own thing, but you can do that to help you with that. And for the eye socket, I added a little white highlight just to, you know, so she wasn't flat. She looked like she needed attention, so I attended to her. So yeah. And then I felt like the pumpkin didn't have enough, so I added a little crack with a black eyeliner that I had there. And I kind of just like, you know, did a crack. Don't, you know, look at a crack. You can do that. And I went ahead and shaded again with the orange eyeshadow so that it didn't look like just a bunch of little weird scribbles on my face. But yeah, that's basically it. You are completely done. That is the whole look.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a great Halloween, and I hope this gave you some inspiration. If you want to try it out, please try it out. It was actually a lot of fun, and it's something like to just do when you're bored. I feel this was a lot of fun. So yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you all on the next one. Till next time, spook on. Spook on. Bye guys.